What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. This week we have sports betting NFL Week 1. Last week on Friday, I believe, I posted a video about college football Week 1. So please check that video out. It's me versus ChatGPT. So this is another series, but with NFL. Me versus ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is a AI app so that you can type in whatever questions and stuff like that. So what I typed in was, what are the best bets for the NFL Week 1 2024 season? And it will give you 4 of its best bets that it thinks. And I will show the 4 best bets that it gives you on the screen. But also read it to you so I'll kind of follow along with the words it's saying. So let's get started. I typed in the question. It has given me 4 of the best bets. And the first bet it gives me is the Kansas City Chiefs -3 versus the Baltimore Ravens. Its reasoning: the Chiefs, defending Super Bowl champions, are favored by 3 points. Although the Ravens will be seeking revenge after losing the last season's AFC Championship, the Chiefs are expected to win by 4 to 5 points. The under on 46 points also seems like a strong pace. So it's saying pick the Chiefs -3, but you may want to sprinkle the under at 46 points, which is pretty scary, honestly. You'd be sweating that for a while. The second bet will be the Green Bay Packers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. It is taking the Green Bay Packers +3. So, if you don't know, +3 is basically saying the Packers can lose by 1 or 2 and even tie 3 points. As long as they do that. As long as they lose by those 3. Or they just win outright. So, it has reasoning for that. The Eagles are favored in this game, but the Packers offer good value at +3. The Eagles struggled late last season while the Packers finished strong. Betting on the Packers to cover the spread is a solid choice. Not bad. I see Jordan Love doing good. It is in Philadelphia, I believe, so that would be a tough play. The third pick is the Arizona Cardinals +6 versus the Buffalo Bills. Cardinals are a strong underdog pick, as Buffalo's offense hasn't looked as sharp recently, losing Stephon Diggs, if you don't know. Arizona's new offensive weapons make them a potential upset candidate with Marvin Harrison Jr. And I actually do like this pick. I really do. Even though Buffalo do start off strong in the beginning of the season, Josh Allen has lost some weapons. Cardinals have gained some younger weapons also. I believe Trey Benson and Marvin Harrison Jr. do wind up being standout rookies this season, not just for the Arizona Cardinals, but for the NFL in general. So I do like this pick that ChatGPT is giving. The fourth and last pick is the Cleveland Browns -2.5 versus the Dallas Cowboys. The Browns are expected to win and cover the spread, especially with a strong defensive line matchup against the Dallas Cowboys' inexperienced offensive line. So, over the years, the Dallas Cowboys have had a great offensive line, but recently, in these past 2 or 3 years, they've been lacking. Dak Prescott's been basically running for his life. So, and you're going to see Deshaun Watson. Dallas Cowboys did just officially re-sign or extend CeeDee Lamb, so he will be playing, but they are struggling in running back, even though they did re-sign Ezekiel Elliott. Welcome back to the Cowboys. I just think the Browns are a sleeper team for the year, which I have quite a few for this year. I think this year is probably the most balanced year in all of NFL football season that we've seen in a while. So, those were the ChatGPT's 4 picks. It was the Chiefs -3, Packers +3, Cardinals +6, and Browns -2.5. Now for my picks. So I do have some notes. I'm not a professional, but I do believe these picks are strong for me, and I believe that these will hopefully win. A little bias here, though. I am a Houston Texans fan, so my first pick is Houston -3 in Indianapolis. They are my favorite team, again, but the Houston Texans are loaded. They are one of the favorites to go to the Super Bowl and be a contender and give the Chiefs or /Ravens a problem in the AFC. They looked great preseason besides game 1. They were just kind of getting things together, and the starters weren't really playing. There's tons of hype around the Houston Texans, but I will say this: they're only -3 for a reason. Anthony Richardson and the young Indianapolis Colts, and them playing in Indianapolis. Of course, the key players would be here would be Stroud, Collins, Mixon, and all of the defensive weapons that the Texans picked up. And for the Colts, you have Richardson and Taylor, and their young wide receiver core that they do have. But I still like the Houston -3, so that's the pick I'm going to go with. Granted, that is also biased because I am a Houston Texans fan. My second pick, though, is one that a lot of people are going to be like, no, that's not happening. I have the Giants plus 1.5. Minnesota Vikings did lose their starting quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, but they do have a great backup. Sam Darnold is a stud of a backup, and he was a decent player for the Panthers. Giants secondary is very bad. Adoree Jackson, is he going to be ready? They just got him re-signed. The Giants are a very bad first half team. But again, you have the Minnesota Vikings who lost their running backs. They did get Aaron Jones. They do have Justin Jefferson, and they do have a good tight end. But the defense is a little lacking. And no offense to Sam Darnold, it is Sam Darnold. So this will be a Sam Darnold versus Daniel Jones matchup. But I do like the Jones, so I will go with the Giants plus 1.5. My next pick is a sleeper pick to me personally. I have the Titans against the Bears, and I have the Titans plus 165. So I'm picking the money line for them to win. I think it's the better odds for us. So I like the Titans. They do have a new coach, Brian Callahan. William Levis versus Caleb Williams. I'm not a huge fan of Caleb Williams. Also not a huge fan of Will Levis, but more of Caleb Williams. He did have a bad last year at USC, and they did struggle a little bit in the preseason, but again, they did have some new quarterback, some new weapons he has to get used to. But the Bears are loaded. The Chicago Bears have great wide receivers, and they have not that bad of a defense. Titans, though, do have a very sneaky good defense, especially their secondary. Expect a low-scoring game. I may sprinkle a little bit on the under. I believe it's at 44.5, so I may sprinkle some of that on there. So that's just a little bonus bit that I put in there from the side. And the last pick I have is the Broncos plus 220. They are going against the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle, so it is a very tough environment. And the Broncos do have a young, fresh rookie quarterback in Bo Nix. That being said, Bo Nix is probably the most ready quarterback rookie that we ever seen. And granted, I am a Oregon fan also, so this is a little biased also. But Bo Nix does have the experience, and he does have not really the weapons, but I think he's all right. He's fine in Seattle. Seattle do have a new coach also in Mike Macdonald. Sprinkle the over on this one. They both don't have really good defenses. They're both questionable, and also which Geno are we going to get? That is the key factor. Bo Nix, you know what you're probably going to get. He's going to be slinging it a lot. Sean Payton did like Bo Nix. He said from the beginning, once Bo Nix declares for the draft, that is who his quarterback is going to be for the next year. They also do have Zach Wilson just in case Bo Nix does get hurt. Pray he doesn't. But again, back to Geno Smith. Geno Smith in the first half of last year was, I believe, leading the league in completed percentage in passes. It was at 69.8%. The second half, he was closer towards the bottom at 64.7%, I believe. So, which Geno are we going to get? Are we going to get the beginning of last season or the end of last season? So, those are my picks. Broncos plus 220, Houston -3, Giants plus 1.5, and Titans plus 1.6. What do y'all think of the picks? Are y'all going to ride with me? Are y'all going to tail with me or anything like that? Y'all going to say no, that's a no-go. These are horrible. Okay, let me know in the comments. Again, like and subscribe. I will be doing this every single week throughout the football season, so football will be coming up later on this week. And I may be doing everything in basketball. I just said football, but college football is what I meant. So, yeah, again, like and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching, and see y'all next time.